Hi, this is Jay Norris, author of Mastering the Currency Market. Welcome to the report. Before we get to the charts, I do need to point out that trading futures and forex is a risky endeavor and not suitable for all investors. The charts we're looking at are real-time market snapshots and may not be replicated going forward. First market we're looking at is the Aussie US dollar. This market, it's pinned between the proverbial rock and a hard place. I suppose we have to put a trend line on the top side here now. You're in a pennant. Generally speaking, a pennant is going to come out of it the same way it went into it. In this case, the pennant was formed going south to north, so odds are it'll come out of there going south to north. We'll have to see. It's a bit disappointing, I suppose, for bulls that the Aussie dollar didn't hang on to earlier gains. However, you closed in the green, so you did close higher on the day. I think the effects of the troubles across the ocean from them in New Zealand with the earthquake over there, it's tragedy for sure. No one likes to hear that, and I think that weighed on the Aussie, but we'll have to see how long that weighs on there. The world does turn, and markets tend to look forward. So we'll have to see how long that weighs on it, because it certainly, if you look at the majors against the dollar overall, you have to see the Aussie as being the weak one, and I can't imagine that's going to last long, with Aussie still being the King Kong of the currency, the King Kong of the carry trade. Next market, Euro US dollar. You had a nice up day in the euro today, and this is the advantage of focusing on a market that's higher on its higher time frame trends coming in on the day. This market came in on the day with the weekly and daily higher. It's tough to fade that. Don't fade it. In fact, experienced professional traders are generally going to trade with the higher time frame trends, and this is a market where the higher time frame trends are up that weekly and that daily. Even if you're an intraday guy, you have to focus on those short-term higher time frame trends. So, this is a market that I think if you clear $138, you're on your way to a test of that November high and one big double top at that point. But to me, there's room on the upside. You look at all your contrarian indicators, and the public still hates the euro, so they're probably still short that guy. And if they hate it, if they're short from anywhere below 135, if they hate it at 138, they're just gonna be disgusted up at 140. So to me, that's where it goes. Higher time frames are lined up higher for more upside. So we'll have to see. The key is to want what the market wants. That's what my old friend Bill Williams told me. One of my first trading mentors told me that, and it's so true. Don't argue with the market. Just go along with the market. The market's your friend. Here's the pound. Here's another one where, man, if you pop that resistance, look out above. I'm a big believer in that. You got to focus on what's happening here and now, and you have to pay attention to direction now. They had a chance to break this thing down. They couldn't do it. You had a nice up day today. You couldn't quite take out the previous day's high. Well, you got above it, but you couldn't close above it. But, here's one where you got to think it could go either way, and you don't want to be leaning. And the way it went today was higher. The way it went over the last week is higher. So to me, I'm still favoring that upside, and a break beyond that November high and a challenge of that long-term trend line just above there. That could be pretty big. So that's what I'm focusing on, and I'm not attached to any one side of this thing. Believe me, I just go along with the markets. I go along with what the signals tell me. But I'm not afraid of that monthly resistance either, So let's bring it on. Dollar CAD, next market. The dollar CAD's in an interesting position now, because if you see that weekly line, you could potentially, you're in a position where, granted, it's midweek, but if you close above there, you could shift that weekly. So watch this trend line, people. And if for no other reason than a short covering rally based on the technicals, but a short covering rally based on those technicals can go pretty far. I mean, look at these guys. Look at these legs up. Bam, bam, bam. So you get another one of those bammers, and that's definitely going to be worth a look-see. Yes, sir. Next market, the chief. The chieftain. Did it make a lower low there? Close. I saw the futures just did make a higher high. So the futures, the cash here, pert near, huh? I've been saying all along, I think you're putting in the process of putting in a nice big rounded bottom here. We'll have to see if the support holds. Kind of tough pressing this market down here, though. I've really, at these levels, I only play this market on the upside. If that, if the majors are breaking out, though, then the chieftain's breaking down, I got to think. But I don't know how much downside you have realistically, at least long-term downside. I mean, you could do some serious damage, on an intraday basis, but long-term, I mean, I don't know, at some point, people are going to realize, well, yeah, the Chiefs have flight to currency, but in the long run, do you want to be in such a small economy? They have that flight to quality thing going on, though. All right, next market, dollar yen. Another down day in the dollar yen. Your counter trend here. Counter trend markets are very tricky because you can flip up or down. It really doesn't matter. Weekly's still up, monthly's down, but the daily's down also now. So here's another one where you're probably in the process of putting in a big rounded bottom. The problem with this market is there's so many of these hedge fund traders that keep getting long it, and it's just the widow maker. Big money tries to get long this thing, and then they just get spit out. At some point, they've just got to quit on it, give it up, walk away, and then this market will turn around. But I think overall, it is in the process of putting in one of those big rounded bottom here, big saucer bottom. So we'll just have to wait it out. You have to be as patient as the market is, and that's a difficult thing for most people to do, but I think we can do it. Here's the U.S. stock market. You're finally seeing a correction here. Oh, look at that. Imagine that. 2-point trend line. Love them. Can't talk enough about them. The market gets right to that 2-point trend line, and it held for now. There may be some more downside in this market. I don't see anyone coming in here to buy this market short of next week. So, you could probably expect some month-end. Well, you will see some month-end flows coming in. I think those 401k flows are starting to. Well, I know they have been picking up, and I would expect that to continue. So, but that's still a few days away, and a few days away in the life of a swing trader, it may as well be a month. So, I still think there's time-wise, you got time, you could whack this thing down. We'll have to see, but that structure held. So the structure held. We keep an eye on that. Really nothing else. I guess we'll take a look at the dollar index just to take a look-see. Oh, hit the wrong button. And what did the dollar index do today? There you go. You're shifting the weekly. So there you go. No surprise there. I think we were anticipating that was a pretty strong possibility. Not a lot below, is there? You get that February low, but you know what? So what? It's a February low. We're in February. So how can you count on that? I think the door is open to that November low. I think the euro goes all the way for 140, and I think the dollar index drops below that. It makes a new low for Feb and makes a run on the spirit of 76 there. Hey, thank you very much. My name is Jay Norris. I'm host of Live Market Exercise on Clovernest.com. Go to Clovernest.com, open up a demo, and we'll get in touch with you, and we'll invite you in the Live Market Exercise, and you can come in there and see what that's all about. It's live. It's interactive. You can ask questions, and what I do is I point out trade setups and trade signals in live markets. We do it a couple of days in the London AM session, and then we do it a couple of days Thursday and Friday. We do it in the U.S. morning session. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, to me, that's the only way to do it. Live, baby. All right, hey, thank you very much. I won't be in tomorrow. I'm out of town. Look for us Saturday morning when we do the weekly roundup. Hey, thank you very much, and we'll see you on Saturday. Appreciate all the emails, too. Thank you very much.